GM crypto news analysis here. It is February 7th. February I just want to say nothing talking about in this video or about sales, nothing about any of these tokens, other than my own conviction for where I think the current market is going, and that I'm not being paid to talk about any tickers. So let's just talk about the price action of the majors really quick. So Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is at this 96K fair value zone still. It's pretty much just ranging at this little mini zone here still. So as you guys can see from the last 2 days or so, not that much volatility, but this chop is shaking a lot of people out in crypto Twitter, because we had actually a little bit of a bounce earlier today where it went to 100K earlier because of some news about the government, and then now it dumped like 5%. And the alts actually bounced a little bit, like KeyCat, for example, bounced like 30%, but then it pretty much went back to its previous price. So it's at this weird zone. I mean, at least it was a higher high here, closed, so that's actually good. But in any case, this looks pretty strange still if we look at the liquidation heat map as well. So honestly, this looks like a pretty hard support at 95K, so it could honestly retest the 100K zone over this weekend. So it could be quite interesting so far. So I'll talk about why I actually dumped a bit here, because there was actually some news of Trump. So let's look at the price action of the coins. So base memes is the main focus, I would say, currently, not immediately AI. So KeyCat is the one I like, and it's holding up pretty decently right now. And as you guys can see, it did bounce a bit earlier because of the Bitcoin price, but overall meme coins don't really look too hot. A lot of the lower caps, I don't have any low caps right now. I know I was saying this earlier, but it was dependent on Ethereum actually breaking out of its range. But since it went down, these smaller caps, of course, got destroyed. So I don't have this currently. I might buy it again in the future. But as you guys know, the betas get destroyed first, while the higher caps, they don't get as destroyed. So Doshi, for example, is holding up pretty decently compared to other ones in KeyCat as well. But if we also look at base AI, so virtuals, on the other hand, still going pretty much down only. And a lot of the AI coins and virtuals don't really look too hot. There's nothing really I would look at. You can dollar cost average, but just know it doesn't look the best. And Solana AI, on the other hand, so AI16Z, yeah, not the best. ARC as well, yeah, pretty much choppy. Nothing really too exciting going on. On Solana memes as well, there was actually something that happened to Popcat here. I don't think I have the immediate tweet, but it actually got listed on Coinbase, or it's about to be. And that news, like something like that, should make one of the biggest cat memes on Solana go much higher. But it only did a 40% bottom or 40% pump from the lows, which is kind of pitiful for this coin. But in any case, that's very bullish for Popcat when it does get listed, because people will buy it on Coinbase, and that's really good for the cat memes on Solana. So things like Mini, for example, and even Michi. So these ones, they don't look too hot right now, but this is very bullish for Solana memes, because Coinbase is listing Solana cats. So the cats are getting a narrative once again. So you could start to position yourself in these coins, like even, I mean, like super high micro caps. Usually you want to do the bigger caps first and still go, but sometimes there's some weird fuckery where things like GM, which is a super micro cap cat, is pumping, but that's because Binance keeps fucking shilling this coin, a 400K market cap shitter. But that's pretty much what's going on in the altcoin sector. It means nothing really that exciting, pretty much a very low volatility days. In the majors, we could see some short-term upside, especially what's going on with the liquidation heat map, but it's with not certain, because on weekends it also used to be pretty choppy, since it's not really New York trading on weekends, so there's not much volatility. So we'll see what's going to happen. But currently, I'm biased for a little bit upside in the short term. And let's look at the Cookie.One dashboard. So market cap wise of AI, still really, really bad. But there's not really much to say. Altcoins not in the focus. It's a very Bitcoin-driven market. As we can see from Bitcoin dominance as well, pretty much still this up only. So very, very insane. ETH, it's okay, it looks like it bounced a little bit here. Maybe this is the bottom. Hopefully, if it goes much lower, base meme coins will go lower, even virtuals. But hopefully, this is the bottom on this. And Bitcoin, perhaps this is the bottom as well. But we'll see what's going to happen. Currently, I'm biased for short-term upside, as I said earlier. But I don't know about midterm. We might see more chop until up only. But let's look at the tweets here. Justin, President Trump to issue reciprocal tariffs to match those imposed by other countries. So yeah, Donald Trump, he keeps going back and forth on his tariff policies. So we know that when he was about to get in presidency, one of his big things was that I'm going to enact tariffs on Mexico and China. And people are like, oh, let's fucking go. And then he actually implements it, and that fucking dumps the price for some reason, because people are like, oh my gosh, it's going to weaken the dollar. It's so bad for us. And then he does a whiplash backwards, like, okay, actually, we're not going to do the tariffs anymore. And the market reacted very positively, like, oh, let's fucking go. And now Donald Trump is going back to doing the tariffs. Like, I don't think it was a surprise. And honestly, the market should have priced that in, that Donald Trump, he is, first of all, a businessman, a salesperson, and he's extremely, extremely good at negotiation. And one of the good things about negotiation is that you want to keep the other side uncertain of what your next move is going to be, because that always keeps them on the edge of their seat thinking, okay, what the fuck is this next move? Okay, what is it going to be? And essentially, Donald Trump is a master at that. And of course, he's going to do this fuckery for other countries, because that gives him a lot of power in compared to other people if he keeps information hidden and always keeps them guessing. So it's a very big power move for him, and he's pretty much being the Sigma of the United States. But this backlash, it resulted in a dump in Bitcoin's price action, or at least it helped a fit, because people are like, yo, what the fuck? But honestly, I don't know why this is not even priced in, because this should be quite obvious. Donald Trump is going to do this back and forth in his policies here just for the sake of negotiating power. But let's look at the next tweet. Radium just hit peak volume, 16 billion trading in a single day. Dex eating good on fees while traders get cooked. Classic innovation and social coordination games. 46% of Trump buyers never touched crypto before. 500,000 fresh wallets through Moonshot alone. Mass adoption looks like gambling apparently. And Trump team secured the bag. 802 million extracted, including 482 million in stables. And Solana moved to centralized exchange. Current price $17, down 76% to $73 peak. Yeah, so a lot of people, they got onboarded onto Solana by the Trump coin, and it's been down ever since. A lot of traders are not having the best time, basically. But let's look at the next tweet. Breaking: Beta has liquidated more people than any other token in crypto in the past hour, 70% of which are shorts. So I don't have the immediate chart of Beta, but essentially it was this test net that was being farmed for the longest time, and just recently they just launched their token, and people that have been farming it for months got a pretty nice paycheck. It was a pretty good airdrop for the people who really farmed it. I farmed a little bit, and I didn't get that much. I got like 2 tokens because I didn't really farm it that much, but Barrett token did come out, and these airdrops, they usually dump after the listing. It actually pumped a little bit and then it dumped afterwards, but a lot of people, they're expecting this, but they thought they were short at the beginning, but no, it actually did the pump upwards because perhaps everyone was expecting to short it, but because of the liquidations, it cascaded into a pump. And then afterwards, after that whole wipe out of liquidity, then you can short it after it pumps. So a lot of the bad traders got fucking wrecked there, liquidated because of bear shorting. But let's look at this next tweet. This seems desperate, LMAO. So look at this. So Kanye West, he kind of had a bit of a schizo rant on Twitter once again. No surprise, but when people make all that money with a coin, is that cash or concept? And FaZe Banks, who is also in crypto, saying, if you did this the right way, your net worth would 10x instantly. It would be the single largest wealth creation event in music since Sony acquiring the Beatles catalog in 2016, one of the largest in human history, period. You're one of maybe 5 humans on Earth, I think, could successfully launch a coin. If you're interested in learning more, doing it the right way, hit me up. We have a lot of mutuals who would vouch, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so FaZe Banks, he's trying to get a cut of this, because you got to realize a lot of people, KOLs, they are getting fucking destroyed in this market right now. And the only way for them to make money is to shill other coins and be paid in promotion fees. And he's trying to get in with Kanye here, and it's just honestly pathetic. So let's go to the next tweet. Kanye or Portino launching tokens is terrible for 99% of alts. Trump launching marked the top for the same reason to drain liquidity from everywhere. These are going to pump these to 1 billion as insiders outflow supply to USD. They complain for weeks about crypto price action. Yeah, so Kanye and Dave Portino both working with Meteora on upcoming token launches. Same team that launched Trump. Rumors of imminent launch for Portino, but timing for both is currently unconfirmed. Yeah, so it seems that Dave Portnoy and Kanye, they're trying to create fucking meme coins again. And Dave Portnoy, I'm going to talk about a bit later, but there's some people anticipating Kanye meme coin because Kanye, he's going on this schizo rant talking about Jews and Hitler and all that bullshit. And then he's also saying shit about meme coins. And then Dave Portnoy, who's literally dumping on his followers. I'm going to show you guys some tweets later, but it's kind of just fucking insane. But he's essentially this sports better holder thing. I don't really know him super that well, but there's a Super Bowl right now going on in America. And football is probably one of the largest watched television things in America right now. So, of course, sports betting is super, super hot. So, Dave Portnoy is taking advantage of that attention. So, let's look at the next tweet. Justin BlackRock's buy a shit ton of ETH, $10 million of ETH. Yeah, so everyone in crypto Twitter is so bearish, while the big institutions who are super in the know about these macroeconomics are buying crypto. Well, is this the end of the cycle? Well, follow the whales, as you know what they say. So let's look at the next tweet. This is literally going to be used as evidence against Bortno in his court trial. Self incrimination at its finest, while that he has no clue about pumping and dumping. This guy is probably one of the most retarded guys out there of crypto right now. But essentially, he's saying that, oh, I'm trading meme coins right now. So he literally just talks about his experience with the tokens that he buys. He's up a shit ton of money, and he's like, guys, I'm just up on this. And then he tweets it. Obviously, he's showing his holdings, and since he has a lot of followers, all of the other people buy into it to try to front run him for some reason. But he realizes the price goes up, and he's like, oh my gosh, I'm going to sell. Like, a lot of these retail normies, they don't know what the fuck they're actually doing, and they're just dumping on their followers. And in the long term, he's going to lose respect from his followers for this, most likely. And I mean, if you want to do pumps in the future, like on his tokens, like there's always a first time effect with these influencers where the first time they show a token and they have a lot of followers, it has a lot of aura and a lot of effect. But as you do it more and more, it gets exponentially worse and worse in the effect. Like that's what you also see with Andrew Tate's token, by the way, with his daddy coin. Went up a lot, but now it doesn't even pump because everyone's expecting it anyways. So a lot of that's already priced in. But this guy is just a fucking retard, basically. But look at this tweet where Bortno buys 20% of MVP supply, sells entire bag 9 minutes after tweeting market remains unfazed, and 3.5 million followers resulted in 75K profit. MVP down 99% all-time high. So yeah, I want to show you guys the tweets. Okay, I don't have it right now, but also look at this where this got to be the craziest timeline of our generation. So I love real Donald Trump as much as a straight man can love another man. I'm a Nazi, Donald J. Trump. I'll be signing an executive order next week and need the ridiculous Biden push for paper straws, which don't work, back to plastic. And Kanye West, I turned down 3 photos this week of Make-A-Wish kids in wheelchairs. Dave Bortno, Dave learned how to trade shitcoin, is already up 1 billion% on my first one. Dude, he's a fucking retard, man. I don't know what else to say. He thinks he's out here trading shit coins because he's promoting his coins to his viewers, and he's like, oh my gosh, it goes up so much, like, oh my, I'm the best at this. Like in your brain, psychologically, obviously they're gonna think you're the best, but it's not skill here. It's because you're shilling it to your followers, and then you sell it immediately, and you dump on your followers who lose money because they shill after your coin. I mean, there's a difference between all of that. Like, I sometimes talk about coins I hold in these videos, but I'm not saying that they're shills. They're just tokens I think are best. Like, I give that disclaimer at the beginning of the video because I don't want to be responsible for motherfuckers losing money because of what I say, perhaps, which is why I don't really like shilling tokens like that. But let's look at this next tweet where most main memes positive, YTD, Toshi leading up 500%, Coinbase Ventures market buying base DeFi, Coinbase Wallace, integrating Firecaster, Virtual still among the top AI projects, day one listing for VVV, we're raising humps on the blockchain. Yeah, so Base is going to be really, 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 really good, man. And like, even still, even with all the fuckery with Popcat listings and VVV and all this bullshit, Base chain is still going to be really good. Base memes are outperforming Solana memes currently by a lot, even though Ethereum's price action is way worse than Solana. So let's look at this next tweet. In my opinion, the grifting only stops in a couple of ways. 1, regulators step in unlikely and make an example out of people playing in the gray areas. 2, market participants stop playing the grifter game, aka people stop buying solid PNDs, they won't matter anymore. 3, happens when enough liquidity gets to go out of retail. Yes, you meme coin shorters are retail, or enough people get tired of playing the game, or the game ends. Yeah, so there's currently the celebrity shit coins that are sucking up all the liquidity, and it's most likely, it's not good for Solana meme coins, of course. It sucks liquidity. That's liquidity exiting the market when we want liquidity to go into the market. And also retail traders get burned because they're trying to play these, which you can try to, but you have to be like seconds early. And you have shit like Dave Bortno who really dumps on your ass minutes after he buys and shows it. Like, it's a hard fucking game idea. And fact is, 90% of people trying to play this meme coin game where they're trying to follow the notifications on like Elon or something, Donald Trump, trying to front run the coins, it's not going to be that great, especially in this risk off market. If it was a risk on market and perhaps Kanye drops his coin or something, then okay, you get in early, you can make some money PvE style, assuming he doesn't rug on you. But it's just a fucking tough life here. So let's look at this last tweet. The AI agent ecosystem cooked hard off speculation, reached the 18 billion total market cap. Everyone started to understand why this was all going by watching XBT run circles around every human KOL day after day. But it all timely unraveled when everyone realized valuable AI agents take more than a month to build. XBT is clearly the best AI agent we have right now, and it was a 2+ years build to get here. More agents like XBT are coming, although they'll differentiate themselves by autonomously trading cross-chain for you, buying and selling meme coin runners for you, as well as digging up alpha for you. And again, those who remain committed to the AI agent sector should be rewarded by identifying the next great innovations. The builders are building regardless of where the spotlight goes, and it's only a matter of time before the next level of crypto AI agents come to life. Yeah. So obviously AI agents, the AI narrative is in a bear market right now, but that whole wave was driven by the speculation. So 99% of these AI agents are absolute dog shit, while the 1% get a lot of liquidity like AXBT, because there's actually someone building it for many, many years, and it wasn't his goal to tokenize a project. He was working on that project before this AI narrative even came about. So the tokens or the projects that have been building for long months, years. So which is why I'm also bullish on virtuals, because they have fucking years of experience working on this shit, and it's most likely just going to get better and better. Like it will probably come back, but a lot of these projects, they're just developers trying to get in, trying to get a quick pump and dump because they develop a little something that took them a couple of hours to build, and then they get like a 5-figure paycheck and they're done with it. And that's just the majority of the case for AI projects on crypto. Like sadly it is. But in any case, in this bear market time, there's going to be developers who are working their ass off to try to become the next big project when the market turns on again, which it will. And in that case, you got to look out for those projects where people are building super fucking nicely right now. Like currently, best projects off the top of my head, like Audic on Solana, AXBT on virtuals, the whole ecosystem as a protocol, and I'm trying to think what else. I think those are the two. I think there's also Snide, Griffane, and I guess you could say AI16Z, but it's a bit iffy right now. But that's pretty much all I want to say in this video. Currently, what I will do in those marketing conditions, it's still kind of choppy for the altcoins, and we could see some short-term upside for Bitcoin as we saw from liquidation heat maps, but also any type of news from the Trump administration or the US could send it both or up or down. It's pretty dependent on that currently, and most likely it's going to be this choppy price action for the next few weeks. So again, I would just say best thing to do right now is learn. Maybe you can learn about trading, learn about investing, learn about how to play the shitcoin game better, maybe portfolio management, maybe you focus on things outside of crypto. That's currently what I'm doing because I've already ground my ass off in this bull market. Now, of course, it's good to still grind every day, but I'm not like doing fucking 10-hour shits. I'm working on other things IRL that I didn't have the opportunity to because I was in the fucking trenches learning about all this shit. But yeah, I will be taying when the market turns on again. But that's pretty much all I want to say in this video. And yeah, I'll see you guys.